Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. Today we're making these 3 projects. All 3 of them will actually hold a gift card. This one sets up just like that. This is our box, and then this is a gift card holder. Okay, so the following video was filmed live, so feel free to fast forward, rewind, pause. It is very wordy, very lengthy, but like I said, you have the ability to pause it and rewind it. This is going to be a class packet. There's going to be a class packet available. I will post it at the end of the video, okay? So all the details, we have a quick turnaround because the Stampin' Up! Retirement list is going to be announced on the 22nd. Okay, I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so good evening, everyone. It is Monday, April 20th. So today is 2020. The date today is kind of funny, right? So it's April 20th of 2020. So there's 3 20s in there. Anyway, y'all probably already knew that. I just thought it was kind of funny. Okay, so housekeeping notes. I announced the winner of Chick Candy 74 this morning on my website, and Denise has already filled out my form, so it is going in the mail tomorrow. Chick Candy 75 is the Ornate Thanks stamp set and the Ornate Layers dies. I think these are on back order now, but I already got them in preparation for my Chick Candy, so there's 2 ways to enter to win now. All the details are on my website. I won't spend too much time on that because we are making 3 projects tonight. I think you're going to love them. I hope you do. And we're going to start with the project that I promised you guys last week. Well, I didn't promise. I just said I was going to do it, and then I never got around to it. So 24 sheets of the Best Dressed Designer Series paper. And we're going to start with these 2 patterns here. So I'm going to make another alternative bag using the All Dressed Up dies. I will be cutting these for everyone, so you won't have to own the dies to make your project. Here's the dies that we're using. Stitch Shapes, Stitch So Sweetly, Layering Squares, and then the All Dressed Up. Okay, so I'm going to get the big shot, and I hope that none of you are in a hurry. If you are, the recording will be made available afterwards. Okay, yeah, I'll post this video on my blog. You can embed your videos now from Facebook. I don't know if you guys knew that. Okay, so first one. And this is why you're getting 2 sheets of each pattern in the class packet, because you need two of these to make this cute little darling bag that I'm going to show you. For those of you that are just arriving, good evening. Thank you. Okay, put this die back on here. We've already used it, but I don't want to misplace it. Now, I'm going to get my silicone craft sheet because we're going to be using some liquid glue. As I'm looking up, I'm like, wait, where's my liquid glue? I love this pack of paper. I can't even believe that I waited so long. Well, we were, I guess in my defense, we were smack dab in the middle of winter, right? I don't know. Like, I think the seasons don't affect some people. I'm just going to admit that they kind of affect me. So, yeah, it seems kind of strange to be making spring and summer projects when there's snow on the ground. Okay, I'm folding on the score lines. I'm attempting to fold on the score lines. It's important that you fold them on the right lines and not those perforated or stitched, whatever lines you want, whatever you want to call them lines. I think you guys are going to really love this version of this. For me, it was like more of a reason to get these dies than the original way that they're used. I like simple, quick, get her done. And if it requires my brain to think too much, I just tend to not want to do it. Okay, liquid glue. Okay, so I want to make sure that this score line goes in instead of out. You guys will see why in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to start just like last week and add a little bit of liquid glue there. And then I'm going to attach this, and I want to make sure that I line it up exactly. And then the same thing over here. Thanks, Margaret. When we get to the end, oh goodness, hold on. When we get to the end of the video, I'll explain more stuff. Okay. Now, I'm going to squash it. This is the perfect gift card holder. But let me fold these in. So does this one, do I want that to be my front or do I want that? Oh, I like that one best. Do I? Wait, hold on. Yeah, we'll make that one. Okay, so I'm going to fold in this piece, fold those little tabs down, fold this over, and then I'm just going to put glue on just this one. You can add glue to those tabs, but it kind of, it just kind of makes it a little more difficult. And I'll show you when I flip this over. Okay, so now I want to take my bone folder and seal the bottom. Okay, now look, let me get my gift card. Where do I have it? This is not, well, yeah, HeartGuard counts, right? A Visa debit card. So it fits in there just like that. So not only will a gift card fit in there, but you could also add some candy inside there. Whatever you prefer. Yeah. Okay, so that's how it's going to close. I'm going to take that out though, because I don't want to forget it. And now I'm going to take one of these clips, and the silver or the white, they both work. So whichever you prefer. Okay. Isn't that so cute? And yes, it still stands. It stands perfectly. And we're going to take some white baker's twine, and I usually include about 2 pieces of 8 inches, so 16 inches total. So I'm just going to tie a bow. That's a big old bow, isn't it? Hold on, I gotta make that. See, that was like way too much, but that's okay. Now get this out of the way. So we're gonna take a glue dot. Smush it. Add that up there. Okay, that's what we got so far. So going back to our supplies, of course you don't need this much. I just wanted to give you extra. So we're going to take the leaf punch and cut a leaf out with Old Olive cardstock. And then we're going to take the Whisper White, the lovely lipstick. Now this color's retiring, so don't forget. I want to show you all the 3 colors of inks that we're using today. Lovely Lipstick, Blackberry Bliss, and Pretty Peacock. So all 3 of these colors are in this paper pack of paper. Yeah, Okay, so I'm going to take the Lovely lipstick, and I'm going to take the Happy Birthday greeting, and I'm going to, while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the other images that we're going to need. So the Blackberry Bliss is going to get this image. Close that up. I love, oh, did I tell you? I didn't even tell you all the stamp set. So yes, we're using the Best Dressed Designer Series paper, but we're using the Peaceful Moments stamp set. I just love this stamp set. Okay, back to what I was doing. So Pretty Peacock, and now we're using this greeting. All three of these images, let's see, let me think. Are all three getting cut out with, we'll just wait for the other ones. So we're just going to focus on this one right here. So I'm going to get the dies. We're going to cut out Lovely lipstick with that one. And we're going to cut out the Happy Birthday with this one. And I know it looks like it's going to cut it off. It doesn't. It's still there. It just is it's a little tight. So I'm going to get the Big Shot again. So we'll try to cut both of these out at the same time. Now, the only important thing to remember on this Happy Birthday is that, yes, it looks like it's going to cut it off, but it's still going to be there. So just center it the best you can. And I don't know. Even if I stuck my head in the camera, I still couldn't tell completely just because of the angle, but it should be okay. Ruh-roh. I'm not sure I cut that Lovely lipstick layer, did I? I did not. That's okay. I was concentrating on this one so much that I failed to make sure that the Lovely lipstick was in the camera. Or no, not on the camera, on the magnetic platform. So now we're going to take all those pieces, and this is going to get added with liquid glue. Whoa, nope, Take it back. It's going to get added with a dimensional. Okay, it's going to go right in the center. Like that. And then this is just going to get added. Well, let's go ahead and add this to the front here. So I'm just going to turn that over and add some liquid glue. Hold that for a second. And then I'm going to add just a teeny bit of liquid glue to the leaf. And I'm going to slide that in there like that. Okay, so now we're going to take one of these flowers. We're using these on all of the projects today. So they're the frosted flowers, and I'm just going to add it right about there. And then I'm going to take a rhinestone, and it's going to go right there. Okay, so there's project number one. It's a little gift card holder. So here's the one we just made. Get everything out of the camera view. And then here's my original. Cute, right? I would love it if someone gave that to me. Okay, now we're going to move on to the second project. Now this one's going to take a little bit more time, and we have got to cut the Designer Series paper. But I think you guys are going to find it worth your while. So we are using Blackberry Bliss. And what are my measurements? 10.5 by 6, and then 4.5 by 4.5. Scrap. Then we need Mossy Meadow and Whisper White. This time we're just using the Simply Scored scoring tool. I'm going to place it on the portrait side first, and I'm going to score it at 2.5. Okay, so 2.5 on the portrait side, which is the 6-inch side. And then we're going to score it on the landscape side, which is the 10.5-inch side, at 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. We're going to take that 4.5 by 4.5 piece, and we're going to score it at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Okay. I'm going to take my bone folder now. We're going to fold and score. Or no, what are we doing? We're folding and we're burnishing. We already scored it. Okay, set that aside. Now for this one, same thing. Fold and burnish. One more. Now we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut up to the score line. Now I've made this box in a smaller version. It is box template 26, so this would be 26B because the A box is a different measurement. Okay, so we're going to get our tear and tape. I say we are. Where is it? Okay. Well, I've never had that happen before. Oh, my nails broke. That one day that I tried to do my nails twice in the same day, it's like I damaged them all. They've all broke. I'm like, we better hurry up and grow. Okay, so that is the back of my box. So that makes this the front. So I'm going to put my tear and tape on the front bottom. You can trim those other ones if you want to. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to put a little bit of adhesive on this piece. 'Cause these are the sides. This is the back, this is the front. Okay, there's our box. So it stands 3.5 inches tall. Not quite, but still a nice sized box. Now we want to work on the lid. Okay, so cut up to the score line on 2 sides. And then we're going to trim those tabs. Whack. Okay. Tear and tape again. Ruh-roh. That's too tiny. Okay. I hear Gizmo. Well, I don't know. I say it's Gizmo. I hear one of them birds upstairs going to town, chirping. I think it's Gizmo. He's a little motor mouth now. Brooke has her classes online, and he gets he gets to going. It's hilarious. Okay, so there's our lid. It's going to go on just like that. I love that it fits nicely. It don't pop off. So now we have to cut our designer series paper. So I'm going to give you a tip on this project. If you get the packet, I determined the color for our project because of this beautiful paper. So if you're wondering what color that is, I'm assuming it's Blackberry Bliss. Yes, it has to be because it doesn't match any of our others. I mean, there's Purple Posy in there, but Blackberry Bliss would be the color. Okay, so your first cut on your first piece is gonna be cut at 3 inches, okay? You need 4 pieces that measure 3 by 2 1/4. So that was 3. So I'm going to cut at 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. And then we need the other piece, 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. Okay, it is not going to fit completely. See, you're going to have this little bit, but that's going to get covered with the lid. So it's okay that it's a tad short. In fact, you could make it even a tad shorter if you wanted to, okay? So those pieces are going to go for the front of the box. Then for the very top of the box, we need a piece that measures. So this is the leftover from piece number 1. Piece number 2, sounds like I'm saying piece. You need 1 piece that measures 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So that's going to go on the top of our box. And then now we need paper for the side panels. So that's going to be 2 1/4 by 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of your 2 pieces, this is what you're going to have left over, okay? So you can still make a card with this if you want to. So now we're going to take our liquid glue and add all of these. I'm curious about the time. Okay, so it's been, so you know what? We're not doing too bad because I didn't warn y'all that we were going to be live longer tonight. I wanted to, but you don't want to know when I finally finished these projects. Oh, there goes Stanley. And if you've never watched one of my live videos, that dog is not mine. Not that you could really stop your own dog anyway, but just saying. Where is he? He's like a miniature horse. Okay, we're almost done with this. And the last part is these little strips. I say the last part. I mean the last part of adding the paper. Because we still have to, well, we've already stamped our image, so we just have to cut it out. But I can't wait to show y'all how we're going to cut out one of these layers. I discovered something new today. I'm not really sure that's what you call it, discovered. As I was creating, I wanted something to be a little bit smaller. So I found a way to trim it. No, I won't miss them. No. I won't. I'll find something else to talk about. Like, I'm not sure. I'll always have something to talk about. Okay. So now, I'm just going to add our lid. And if you don't seal the edges of your Designer Series paper, you could peel it right back up. Those patterns don't line up like wallpaper, but if it's important to you, you can make sure when you're cutting that they will. So for this, let's see, which side looks the best? I think that one looks the best. So we're going to take this Timeless Label Punch, and we're going to cut out "Wishing you every happiness this special day will bring." Okay, so I'm going to take, can't remember the name of this punch. Label me. Somebody knows it. Help me out here. Okay, so now for the Blackberry Bliss one, I want to make this smaller. So what I've done is I've cut it out, and then now I'm going to get a Post-it note. And what I'm going to do is place my Post-it note down here at the bottom, and then I'm going to take my punch from the top down, because then that will allow me to trim off about that much. I don't want to trim a lot, just a little. Now we need to get that Post-it note off there. And if I had nails, I could. Somebody asked, or people have been saying, what's the first thing you're going to do when this quarantine stuff is over? Nails and hair, for sure. And give my son a hug. Okay, so this is going to go just like that. So I'm going to turn this over and add some liquid glue. Yeah, I feel bad. We're keeping our distance. So I've seen them. They've been over, but we've kept our distance. And it just feels so wrong. It just doesn't feel right to not hug your child. But since he doesn't live here, and I just couldn't handle if one of us was asymptomatic. You know what I mean? Okay, so I wish I'd trimmed that a little bit more. But, oh well, it'll be fine. Actually, it won't, but we'll live with it. I'll show you the one I already made. So now we're going to take these flowers again. And this time we're going to use this one. Not real sure what color that is, but to me it looks like Blackberry Bliss, right? And we're going to take a rhinestone and put it in the middle. I love doing that. And then we're going to take our baker's twine again. 2 pieces. The last project's going to be super simple and really easy. So if anyone needs to scoot out of here, what time is it? Oh, I've only gone 3 minutes past. Okay, it's okay. We're okay. That was not the best bow I've ever tied. Huh. I'd like to retie it. I won't. Okay, so now we're going to get dimensionals. These are Paper Pumpkin dimensionals. They'll work. Okay. Okay, this is going to go just like that. And then we're going to add our baker's twine with a glue dot. Same thing, we're just going to smush it, pick it up, and add it up here. Well, I didn't smush it. There we go. And add that right there. Okay, so the only thing I messed up on this is I wish I'd made that Blackberry Bliss layer a little bit smaller. So here's my original. So see how much smaller it is? So you need to trim a little bit more of that. Oh, and the bow's a little bit smaller on my original. So if anyone just happened upon us, this is project number 1. This is project number 2. And now we're going to make, oh, look, I forgot to show y'all my other. So remember last week when I was talking about this bag? This was my other version that I made. This was my prototype. That was my first one. Okay, and this time, the paper that we need is this pattern. So for those of you that get the packet, you have this much paper left over to do whatever you want to do with. That's really the big value of this packet is the 24 sheets of paper. And I'm going to hope and pray it don't sell out. Okay, so the other supplies, we have Pretty Peacock, Purple Posy, 2 pieces of Whisper White, and a Whisper White envelope. So the first thing we'll do is go ahead and cut our Designer Series paper. And let me get that measurement. Okay, so I'll get the trimmer. This is going to measure 2 9/16. So the 9/16 is the teeny tiny mark after the 2.5. So 2 9/16 by 4. Okay, so we're going to take the envelope and fold it in half. If you've never purchased our Whisper White envelopes, they are so fabulous. Okay, so now where we fold it in half. Now this is a super simple project. You can jazz it up as much as you want. I'm keeping mine super simple, but you don't have to. This is one of the very first projects I ever made. I'm going to lick this right. No, I'm not. I'm cutting it off. I'm going to be licking this side. So cut this one off. Okay. Ugh, I hate licking envelopes. Okay, so for the inside, this piece measures 4 by 2.5. And I'm going to take the classic label punch and cut out this piece. I'm so afraid this thing's going to retire. Oh, by the way, don't forget Wednesday, the retirement list. Okay, so I'm going to take that classic label punch and I'm going to fold it in half. So I was looking for something to hold the gift card today on this little piece. So this is what I came up with. Classic label punch. And you're going to raise it up about that much. And then you're going to staple it. Any staple will work, but preferably like a smaller one. These have small mini staples. Okay, so there's that. And then if you take your gift card, it slides under just like that. And there's your gift card holder. See? Isn't that awesome? Look at that dog. How cute. Huh. Okay. Y'all saw that. Now the front, we're going to add our Designer Series paper. I saw a squirrel, right? When I commented about the dog. It just was so cute. Okay, now we're going to take 16 inches of the mint macaron ribbon. Okay, so y'all might hear my stomach growl in just a second. I did not have dinner. Brooke was like, you need to eat before you go live. I'm like, girl, I haven't even cut my paper yet. Slide it over to the side. What are we doing? So we're going to take the stitch shape dies and we're going to cut out, and I know it looks like it doesn't fit, but it fits. It just barely fits. So we're going to cut out that greeting. Then we're going to cut out that one. And then we're going to cut out this one. Okay? Okay, so we'll do these two first because they're easy. Okay, so Becky says, what does dinner have to do with paper? I felt my stomach was fixing to growl really loud, and so I wanted to explain that I don't eat dinner before going live. And it's 7:42 here, so it makes me too tired. When I eat dinner, I'm just like ready to chill out. Okay, now this is going to get added with liquid glue, and we're going to add it to the purple posy. And now add it to the pretty peacock. This small bloom punch that was in the Celebration catalog is carrying over to the new catalog. So we're going to take one of these frosted flowers and add it right in the center of the purple posy flower. And then we're going to add a rhinestone, if I can get it. Okay. Now we need dimensionals. So I'm going to flip this over, put one on the bottom and one on the top. Make sure my ribbon is in the center. Although it's not going to affect the ribbon because the dimensionals are above and below it. So, and then we'll add this with a glue dot. Okay, so here's the one we just made, and here is my original. They look the same, right? Just the ribbon's a little bit longer. And as you can see, here's that gift card holder right there. Okay, so here's all 3 projects, and you'll get all the supplies to make all 3 along with 24 sheets of the paper. Thank you. And I think a gift card, so a gift card will fit in both of these, and technically I'm pretty sure you could fit one in here too. Yes, perfectly, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, and Cindy, if you can't find it, let me know and I'll send you the link. I've started posting them on my chicken scratch stamps group. I just started like last week because it's like I'm surprised by how many people actually don't go to blogs anymore. Like someone a couple weeks ago was like, I didn't even know you had a blog. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have like 1,300 videos. I've been blogging since 2006. It's my foundation. Like, you know, we have Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest, and we have all these things, but my blog is my home. Like, it's my home base. So I always, like, everything that I have is on my blog, whereas bits and pieces are on all those other social media accounts. Plus, you don't have any, you don't know if one day Facebook's going to be gone, or Instagram, or whatever platform we're using. We don't own those. We just have an account. So for my blog, that's mine. I pay for that. It's not going anywhere. But we have no control over social media. And when they continue to change the algorithms, we have no control over that either. So my blog will always continue to be the most important for me because it's my foundation. It's where everything is. Sorry, maybe y'all didn't want that explanation, but I think it's sometimes really important to talk about that and why I spend so much time on my blog versus all the other social media. Okay, guys, this wraps up our 3 projects for today. Now I'm going to show you what the class packet looks like. Here's all the stuff you're getting. So you've got your embellishments, your ribbon, 24 sheets of the best dressed paper. And then you have project number 1. Everything has been already cut for you. All you have to do is stamp and assemble your project. So that's project 1. This is project 2. And then this is project 3. So you can either get it free by using this host code, or you can actually order this for a small fee. So all the details will be over on my website. If I tried to explain them in a video, I would probably mess up what I said. So it's better for me to just direct you over to my website. The link will be in the description below if you're watching this video on YouTube. Okay, thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye.